What if the path to real power, clarity, and unbreakable calm looks exactly like weakness, confusion, and going nowhere? Discover how embracing these mind-bending paradoxes crushes burnout and unlocks effortless breakthroughs in your chaotic life right now. All right. Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is the Boundless Sovereign YouTube channel. If you've been enjoying these chapters of the Tao Te Ching, please like and subscribe to the channel. Next up is chapter 41 of the Tao Te Ching. I'm reading from the John Minford version. This one's called The Dark Light. The highest hear the Tao and live it to the full. The middling hear the Tao, and it seems now here, now gone. The lowest hear the Tao and laugh outright. Their laughter testifies to the Tao. An old saying goes, the light of the Tao seems dark. To advance in the Tao seems like a retreat. The smooth path of the Tao seems pitted. The highest power is like a valley. The purest white seems sullied. Ample power seems flimsy. Established power seems thin. Truest power seems empty. The great square has no corners. The great vessel is completed slowly. Great music is faint. The great image has no form. The Tao is hidden, incognito. It has no name. It gives, and it completes. And as with our usual daily reading, I will also be reading from the River Master's commentary, again from the Tao, the John Minford version of the Tao Te Ching. The highest simply live the Tao. The middling strive to practice self-cultivation, but are from time to time distracted by wealth, by beauty, splendor, and honors. They are assailed by doubt, deluded by desire. The lowest laugh out loud, despising the Tao as soft, mocking its simplicity as vulgar. There is a saying, to seek the true light of the Tao is to search in the dark. To reach the Tao is to retreat. The Taoist of highest power is like a deep valley, unashamed of the silt in the river bed. The Taoist of great inner purity may appear sullied by dirt, is not resplendent. The Taoist of ample power may seem foolish and inadequate. Established power and truest substance are like a color that has faded and lost its brilliance. Like a square with no corners, they may be stolen away at any moment, leaving nothing but a void. The great vessel of the Tao, like one of the 9 great tripods, or like a fine bowl fashioned out of coral, cannot be quickly completed. Great music, like rumbling thunder, bides its times, saves its breath, and says little. Wow. The River Master had a lot to say about this particular chapter. Let's talk a little bit about this. The highest hear the Tao and live it to the full. So when it's saying the highest, I think it's the most, it's referring to the folks that are most aligned with the Tao, meaning they're most aligned with this sense of inner awareness and inner peace, and have the least amount of emotional and just internal baggage and focus on the external or internal phenomenon, right? So these are the clearest, most aligned of us all. And the highest hear the Tao and live it to the full. So this is this gentle motion, living in the natural flow or unfolding of life, not getting hung up, really not taking anything too seriously, realizing that all things are done in time, right? So I would say that it's referring to the folks that most have connected with their true inner selves. The middling hear the Tao, and it seems now here, now gone. The lowest, so the middling hear the Tao and it seems now here, now gone. So I think this is where a lot of us, as we go through our spiritual path, we have moments of yes, I'm aware, I'm in the present moment, I feel at peace, I feel fulfilled, I feel abundance, and then you get lost again in the day-to-day, just ups and downs of life, doom scrolling, chasing wealth, chasing relationships, chasing desire after desire, and going around in the circle, seeking again, finding enlightenment, finding awareness, finding peace, and alignment, having it all, and then the next day waking up and getting lost again in the world once more. And this is, I know I personally have lived here for most of my life, always having a sense that there was more going on in the world or more going on within me than I could put my finger on, occasionally finding that peace, present moment awareness, and then within days going right back into getting lost in the fight of life. And then, of course, my favorite, the lowest hear the Tao and laugh outright. Their laughter testifies to the Tao. An old saying goes, the light of the Tao seems dark. To advance in the Tao seems like retreat. The reason why I think, and I thought about this a lot. I remember saying this to my mom once. And I was trying to share some of these ideas of the Tao Te Ching, and I said sometimes we have to surrender. And she's like, "Well, I will never surrender to anything." And I'm like, "Well, okay, well that's maybe one of the issues. You have to, like, to be at peace. You have to surrender to the present moment. You have to surrender to this." The flow of life, and if you don't surrender and you fight it, then you won't find peace, and you'll always be striving and looking for the next greatest, biggest thing. So, surrender is an incredibly important part of, I think, achieving the Tao or attaining the Tao, and it might feel like retreat. The smooth path of the Tao seems pitted. Again, so some of this is like, I think when you really start to realize or experience what Taoism is, you think it's too simple. It's too simple. I just have to be aware of my awareness. Like that's it, or I just have to be like in this state of present awareness, and then I'll have this perspective, and then I'll become like detached from physical phenomena. And yeah, in some ways that is true. It does feel like, again, like a retreat. But it's the way in which you can attain the highest power. And the highest power is like a valley. The purest white seems solid. Ample power seems flimsy. Established power seems thin. Truest power seems empty. And I've seen this over and over again. It's like when you're aligned with this, you carry a presence with you, and people underestimate you. They think, "Oh, well, you're not flashy, you're not loud, you don't jump up with all the answers, you're not trying to like be at the forefront of everything. You're not carrying an ego, and you're just allowing things to unfold." And it's like, I have found that if I'm not focused on egoic achievement, and I just am flowing with what feels right in the moment, that all of the things I would have tried to achieve from an egoic standpoint happens naturally. And it makes me laugh because I watch all of these people in the world running around acting as if their egos were the most important thing, and that they must achieve all of these things. And you just see it, and you see the suffering that it can cause in people, not only in their lives, but in the people that are around them. And then you also can see that they're just like scared little children that have grown up into these adults and feel like they have to be this certain way to overcompensate for some sort of a childhood trauma that they've lost themselves in, and and then when you're in this state of present moment awareness, and you can see through the veil of everybody's mask, you can see behind the masks. All you can do is feel compassion for everybody that's pretending to be something that they really aren't. And I would say most people are pretending to be something that they aren't. And it's sad, and it's, that's where, when you get to a point where you are humbled and you are understanding that your light that you bring into the world is a gift, and if you choose to share it with others, you have a desire to share it with others or to serve. Because if you can help just a few more people drop the mask and to live their life with unconditional truth and sovereignty, and you can watch them grow and be of service and help others drop the masks and live a life of truth, it is an incredible journey, and worth everything that it takes to do it. And it becomes the only thing that you really want to do is just help others to end suffering in their lives. And we all find our ways to do that. And this is my way, or one of my ways to help. And this is the mission of the Boundless Sovereign, is to exactly this, is to help people see, to drop their masks and to become whole, to become aligned internally, heart, mind, soul, and awareness, and to go out in the world and be a positive change for those around them. So this was chapter 41 of the Tao Te Ching, again, the John Minford version we're reading from. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one in chapter 42.